Hello, welcome to another Master League video where I'm going to showcase some battles from round 4 for my Master League tournament. We have 23 EJB, the Bochum regional champion, against 13gioppy, well-known Italian battler, mostly active in factions and gym breakers. As we see EJB's team on the left, we see a Primal Groudon team this time. Not Primal Kyogre, it's Primal Groudon. On the right, we do see a Kyogre, but it's a regular one and not the orange one. The Primal Groudon doesn't look as great here, I would say, but never underestimate that stat distribution here. Let's go. This battle is going to start pretty soon. And before you ask, yes, the right screen was recorded with a potato. It was actually Joppy's friend, I believe, who recorded the battles for him, and that's why the quality isn't great. But we have a good sight, good screen on the left side, though. If you prefer to look there, we have EJB with the Gyarados into that Aggron, and this is the worst lead he could have faced because he's playing pretty weak to this. He has Florges in the back, and I'm pretty sure that Aggron wins this with a shield down even. Aqua Tail does nothing because Aggron is so bulky. The problem for EJB will always be that if there's Aggron somewhere, there's gonna be Kyogre or a different water type on elsewhere. It looks like Joppy knows that. He's just gonna shield that to maintain switch. Gyarados actually not being the worst per se here, but yeah, Aggron comes out with a lot of energy. So yeah, I'm guessing you come with the Primal Groudon. He does come with the Primal Groudon, but Joppy doesn't want to throw his energy into that. Also realize that it's likely the Groudon coming in, then throws the Fire Punch. This Fire Punch is actually gonna do like 50%. It does a lot. Landorus is a really, really fragile Pokemon. And he's also running Earthquake. I like this a lot. This will do so much Primal Ground. I'm not sure with one-shots, but it will do a ton. And the other move, as we see, is Stone Edge. So Rock and Ground is a very versatile typing, right? Because as offensive, at least. At the defensive, I don't like it personally, but yeah, I think it's really good. Because like the only things that really wall is like a grass fighting type. Well, we don't see Virizion around here, so I think you're good. In comes that Gyarados, so EJB might be okay-ish here. Problem is, he has no shields, and that Aggron still has a big move. A big Meteor Beam. Gonna go for the Precipice Blades here, interesting. This is actually double resisted, but look at how much this does. Actually does like 35%, which is big. Throws the first Aqua Tail. I think a Meteor Beam, it's a really strong move. The Dragon Tail after won't do a lot. Blame Joppy's friend for that on the right screen. Going into that Aggron right now, but it also has Heavy Slam. A bad move, but super effective, and it will do a lot here. As we see, the Dragon Tails don't really add up. The thing here is, though... Oh, man, EJB probably miscounted here. Yeah, the thing is... that you can't really take out that Gyarados. Even though the Dragon Tails were double resisted on that Florges, it's just not... it wasn't just gonna close up their end. We see Joppy here reach that Aqua Tail. That will definitely take out the Primal Groudon, as it is double super effective. Yeah, that will take it out. Yep. So, EJB going ABA against Aggron. Didn't pay off. Ran into that Aggron lead, and that was unfortunate. Which honestly makes somewhat sense, because I think like Gyarados can beat about everything on Joppy's team. Battle number 2. We see here a decent lead for EJB with the Gyarados into that Kyogre. And you know, funny enough, he's playing ABA against the Mega Aggron again with the Primarina in the back. Though we have not seen yet if it's Waterfall or Charm. If it has Waterfall, it's actually not the worst against the Aggron, simply because you double resist Dragon Tails. Shields the first move. This is only a bait, but EJB knows that he kind of needs switch. It's very likely that what's it called? The Gyarados in the back again, so he wants some alignment on his Primal Groudon, because the Primal Groudon is fine everywhere else, really. In comes an actual Thunder here. This will definitely take out an entire generation of Gyarados, unless it gets shielded, and now you can just far this down as EJB. This actually gets surprisingly close. In comes the Mega Aggron. Looks like EJB is just staying into this matchup. Going for that crunch. Probably realizing If you get a debuff here, it will... Oh no, just so great. Let's see. Another Aqua Tail comes through. Yeah, if you get a debuff, it will do a little bit more. And I think Joppy knows. Joppy knows is always going to be Primal Groudon. Like, the Primal Pokemon are just unmissable here. Look at how high that CP is. It's about 2000 CP higher than Aggron. This is resisted. Gonna do a chunk, though. It's a really good move. Does, like, yeah, a nice 30%. Wait, it's not resisted because also fire. Please ignore that. It's fire ground, so it's neutral. Fire Punch coming in here. And yeah, EJB has the perfect answer to this because Primarina walls the Gyarados pretty hard. Instead opting to go for another Fire Punch here, which is interesting. Not shielded by Joppy. And then going into the Primarina, which is Waterfall. So this isn't even that great. But because you already chipped it so much, the Waterfalls are also kind of chipping away here. You might just fine as EJB despite having Waterfall instead of Charm. Charm definitely would have been more optimal here, but I think it's fine. You might even be able to just Waterfall this down at this point. He does have 2 Aqua Tails. I think ideally Joppy wants to get out with one of them. Can he switch though? The timer's almost up. But he can't. No. I think he may survive this Waterfall though, but I guess he didn't want to take the risk. Only resisted. In comes the... Aggron again, throwing that Moonblast. This will take it out, I think. Even though resisted and Mega Aggron is very bulky. Yeah. Look at that. Can you even farm this down? It's Aggron? You cannot. He gets... EGB gets to another Moonblast here. That's unfortunate for Joppy. This will take out the Mega Aggron. And then I think this Premier can even Waterfall down the Gyarados. It does, actually. Yeah. Yep, Premier is still standing. Actually sweeping there. Yeah. So the score is 1-1 right now. EJB just needs alignment. Joppy also kind of does if you bring the Aggron every single time. Because it's pretty good against most things, right? It's good against the Florges, against the Dragonite, against the Primarina, and against the Gyarados. Let's take a look here. We see Primal Groudon into the Kyogre from Joppy. And swapping into that Aggron basically right away there. Yeah, this is somewhat EJB's plan, I would assume. The problem is... Florges in the back doesn't really beat the Kyogre either. And at this point, Joppy has his 1 Pokemon weak to Groudon sandwich between 2 hard Groudon answers. So it's still not ideal. Meteor Beam goes through. Will take it out. And now you can swap in the Groudon, I guess. Probably get a lot of energy here. I think with the Mudshots, the Fire Punch will even take it out. You might want to throw it right before the next... Oh, actually go for a Heavy Slam. Is EJ shielding this? Does he know? Is he aware? He is aware there's only a Heavy Slam, which is resisted. Doesn't do that much. But he also cannot farm down here, I think. Actually, he's going to go for it. He's going to go for it. Oh, he doesn't get it, though. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I still think this doesn't take it out. But it looks like EJ is putting a shield on that. Going immediately for the Fire Punch. This is a very bold bait, but does get the bait, which is big. And now you can go for the Precipice Blades. Because 1 Waterfall didn't take out that Primal Groudon yet, despite being super effective. Boom! It gets shielded though. Now it's all in the hands of the Florges. If this was Primarina, maybe you had play. This looks tough though. You would have need Charm Primarina here, I think, to have a good shot. But this is very tough for the Florges. It also doesn't have the super effective Vine Whip, which wouldn't deal that much damage anyway. But Florges cannot take out both Kyogre and Gyarados, so this looks very tough for EJB. Needs an attack drop here, doesn't get it. This serve will put the Florges like into the red, I believe. Because the CP difference is just huge here as well, right? We see 1000 CP difference here on the clear mirror on the left side. Moonblast comes in, and it's just barely enough to have the last Pokemon revealed to EJB. Just couldn't get that Aggron aligned most of the time, and that just was really tough for him. So, despite Primal Groudon, I would say Primal Groudon is definitely, if not better, as the Primal Kyogre. It's just that Primal Kyogre is easy to cover, right? Because you basically only need to cover the dragons, really. There are very few grass types, and that's what makes Primal Kyogre so good. And I think Primal Groudon... We'll see more footage of Primal Groudon later. Also is a really good sweeper though. Thank you both for playing in the tournament, and thank you for submitting these battles. Hope you liked the video and have a good one.